Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy MidPokeMaster here today with the BBR Season 3, Week 3 Team Builder and Battle against Kyle A, coach of the Miami Dolphins. So before we get any further, don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell in the top right corner if you want a notification whenever I upload. So around 70% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed, so please make sure to hit that subscribe button. It just shows that you want to support my channel and that it just shows support for the channel that you want to see more content. So if you don't know who Kyle A is, then I'm shocked. He's been in I don't know how many leagues: MPA, WBE, APA, GBA. So it's an honor to have him in this league. So, and we get to find him for week 3. I'm currently 1-1 plus 3, and he's currently 2-0. So obviously both of us still want to win because it's very early on into the season. And the more wins you get, it just makes it that much easier to lock into playoffs, especially when the season's a little bit different where it's 20 coaches get into 8 spots, so it's just that much harder to get into a playoff spot. So yeah, this battle is looking like it's going to be a good one. So my opponent has Zapdos, Starmie, Duraludon, Galarian Weezing, Palisand, Vanillix, Arctovish, Centiskorch, Scrafty, Kangaskhan, and Lilligant. So his team is very threatening. We both have some mons that neither of us can deal with at all, and it just makes this gonna be a very offensive match. Just from team building and looking at this matchup on paper, it's just going to be very offensive, and it's going to be who can offensively pressure each other first. So as you can see, I'm rocking almost max HP, 252 attack adamant with 28 speed and Melmetal with the protective pads. So with double iron bash, rock slide, earthquake, ice punch. With the protective pads, I don't have to worry about getting hit with Rocky Helmet from Zapdos or Flame Body from Centiskorch, because I know he's going to at least bring Flame Body Centiskorch, like that's just a given. And it just means I can click double Iron Bash without having to worry about getting hit by like a Zapdos switching in and trying to get like a static or Rocky Helmet hits off, because I just know that's what he's going to bring for this mon. It's just a great way of keeping this mon in check, because otherwise this mon kind of goes through his team outside of these two mons. But Melmetal can actually beat both of them with either Ice Punch / Rock Slide on the Zapdos, and then Rock Slide and Centiskorch. Like, this mon can absolutely just destroy his team offensively, and he just doesn't have much to do about. He just doesn't have much he can do about it when I have the protective pads. Next up, I have Pixie Plate Sylveon, Hyper Voice, Psyshock, Wish Protect, Max Social Attack Modest, 180 HP, and then 76 speed. So he has 2 switch-ins to this mon, Centiskorch and Weezing. Duraludon does not switch into an offensive Sylveon at all. It barely switches into a defensive one, so his fairy resists are very lackluster. So if I can hyper voice whatever comes in, I can just hyper voice anything. And then if he brings in Weezing, I can just Psyshock it because he does next to nothing to me, even though he is a poison type. And Centiskorch, it kind of does beat this mon, but there's not much on my draft I can do about it. Like Centiskorch, unless I brought like Quillfish, kind of just like I just don't have a defensive switch into it. I have pivots but not switch-ins. So this Sylveon, I can just wish up, I can hyper voice Psyshock mons, and it can just offensively destroy his team just like Melmetal. Next up, I have Life Orb Mienshao, Rock Slide, Close Combat, U-Turn Knockoff, Max Attack, Jolly, 220 Speed with 36 HP. Once Weezing's gone, he also has no switch in, so like, this team is very much about getting certain mons down, like breaking with one mon, so another one can break the rest of his team. So yeah, Mienshao, just with this combination of my 4 moves, Rock Slide, Close Combat, U-Turn Knockoff, he actually has quite a bit of close combat switch-ins, but none of those want to switch into my other moves. Like Zapdos doesn't want to take a Rock Slide, Starmie doesn't want to take a U-Turn or a knockoff, Weezing doesn't want to get knocked off, Palisand doesn't want to get knocked off, Centiskorch doesn't want to get Rock Slided. So like, he has a lot of close combat switch-ins, but nothing that wants to switch into any of my coverage moves. So I might not even click close combat, I might just click Rock Slide, U-Turn, or knockoff for the majority of the game, just so I can figure out what kind of sets I can figure out what kind of items or like how defensive he is in a mon, and go to a point where later on I can just click close combat. So next up, I have max HP, max attack, adamant Paliswine. Stone Edge, Earthquake, Icicle Crest, Ice Shard. Didn't feel like rocks were necessary because Zapdos is either going to be bringing the Rocky Helmet or Heavy Duty Boots. And I keep saying that he's going to be Rocky Helmet, but Heavy Duty Boots is always useful. And like his team isn't extremely Stealth Rock weak, and I don't think I'm going to need that chip on a lot of mons. So, Stone Edge, is there to hit Zapdos and Centiskorch, mainly just Centiskorch. Earthquake is just really free here. Like his switch-ins to it being Weezing and Zapdos. Weezing doesn't want me to make the play and click Icicle Crash, and same with Zapdos. And then Ice Shard, just if I can get mons in range, I can just Ice Shard them, kill them off. So, Piloswine, he carried us to victory last week, so hopefully he can do it again. Next up, I have Life Orb Salamence, Draco Meteor, Hurricane, Air Slash, Dragon Pulse. Max special attack mod is 244 HP. That's just what this mon's here for. It's a special wall breaker, and I can also pivot into Centiskorch with it. And all I need this game is my dual stabs, because he just doesn't have a switch into both of them. Like, Weezing can take the Draco Meteor, but it doesn't appreciate Hurricane. And Zapdos doesn't take Hurricane, but it doesn't appreciate Draco Meteor. So this mon can just put in the absolute finest breaking on the special side. And this mon can just come in on so many mons like the Palisand and Centiskorch, even Scrafty to an extent if I feel like I don't care about getting knocked off anymore. But Salamence can just put in a lot of work, just being able to be that special wall breaker that he just can't switch into. And then finally, I have the Wincon and Vikavolt Heavy Duty Boots, Agility, Thunderbolt, Energy Ball, Flash Cannon, Max Special Attack Modest, 228 Speed, 20 in HP, 4 in Defense, and 4 in Speed F. So this mon, once it gets up to, it outspeeds everything at +2, as long as from that Choice Scarf, and I just put a massive dent into everything. Zapdos doesn't appreciate Thunderbolts, neither does Starmie. Duraludon doesn't appreciate Thunderbolts. Weezing doesn't want to take Flash Cannon, Palisand doesn't want to take Energy Ball, and then everything else doesn't want to take Thunderbolt. So if I can just get everything into range, this mon can just set up and literally sweep his team to a point. It just sweeps his team if I can get everything in range. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the battle. And we are here with the battle, so we connected pretty easy. So no Palisand and has Scrafty. I am fine with that. That is perfectly fine with me. That's actually really good. That's actually really good for me. So I'm going to write down this team. Duraludon, Starmie, Weezing, Zapdos, Centiskorch, and Scrafty. I kind of want to lead Mienshao. Like, the only way that's bad is if he leads Starmie. But everything else, I can stay. I mean, I guess it's bad if he leads Weezing or Starmie. But otherwise, I feel like I do pretty well. I could have also led Salamence, but that's going to be a breaker later on. Mienshao's kind of expendable just because I'm going to use this more as a lead wall breaker. I'll try to figure out his set so Salamence can, easily break. Well, this one can still easily break, it just struggles a little bit more. So he leads Cyber Dragon. That is fine. So Duraludon. That's probably like a lead rocker. And he could easily be afraid of me being Choice Scarf and killing him if he's not Choppa. But I'm going to go for the close combat here. I could have also gone for the knockoff. Or Special K, that's Weezing. Yeah, that does nothing. That did nothing. Are we going to see if he's like Rocky Helmet? Okay, so it's just Life Orb. So he's not, what's it called? Black Sledge. So I'm just going to U-turn out here. Kind of wishing I knocked off just to see what kind of set he is. That's fine. I don't really have the greatest switch into this. Like, my switch is Melmetal. And that took like nothing, so he's at like 87. And when all that life orb chip we took, we're going to get back through Regenerator. So I'm just going to go into Melmetal. Hopefully he doesn't press Will-O-Wisp, which is actually, it can be pretty free for him here. Overheat. 239 to 93. So he did 146. So he's like very little investment. That was actually some fire. So I should live another one as long as he's not invested. So I'm just going to click Rock Slide. But was that something? This is Zapdos. He's gonna take like exactly like 49. So I'm just gonna go into Paloswine. And we've seen he's Levitate Weezing because we did not see Misty Surge or the Neutralizing Gas. So, but we're getting these monsters weakened. Weezing being weakened, and Zapdos being weakened are amazing. We honestly just need Scrappy weakened, and Centiskorch weakened, and Vikavolt can set up and win. I'm hoping he just doesn't press the U-turn here. Clicks Roost. That is fine with me. So I'm going to press Stone Edge, expecting Centiskorch to come. I mean, I guess he's not going to go hard Centiskorch when I could EQ and do some damage. Stormilio, that's Starmie. So that was some chip. So you took like 60... Right, you took like 40, so you're at 60%. I actually live any hit. I'm gonna go into Sylveon here. Only way he 2k those is if he clicks Life Orb Psyshock. But at that point, I'm not super afraid of you. I mean, that's actually terrifying. This battle's gonna be very offensive. So what does he click? Click Scald. 193 to 151. So that did 42. Let me get rid of that Life Orb on the Scout. That looks like he's not super invested. I'm going to Wish Up. He can go on into Centiskorch. It burns, that's fine. And I'm going to go into Salamence. Because I just get to come in and claim a kill. Like, I get to Wish Up into it. Because I get the Intimidate off. Like, the best he can do is get a drop with Fire Lash. But no matter what, I heal everything off. The only thing I'm afraid of is if he knocks it. Looks Fire Lash. 171 to 150. So that did 21. So he's not max invested. I'm just going to click Air Slash. Because that kills this. Weezing's going to take a bit. Yeah, I'm just going to click Air Slash. No reason not to. I pretty much get a kill here. He's probably thinking, like, what if I set up physically? But, like, he has a lot that deals with that. So he's going to go out into 4 Special K. That's the Weezing. So let's just hope Air Slash hits. You chewed that. You're like max HP, max Spadaf. I'm gonna go for the Hurricane. get the kill on this thing. And that mon's dead. Salamence kills Weezing. So Mienshow's a lot more free now. Like, I get to click close combat a lot more free. Even though he still has 3 resists, but I have coverage moves for all of those. So it's like, as long as I predict... So Cyber Dragon. That is the... What's it called? So that makes me think he's Choice Scarf. So... What's this thing called? Duraludon. I'm just gonna go on to Melmetal. But I'm feeling really good here. Like, I got a great amount weekend for my Vikavolt. I got only I got chip on the Centiskorch. Click Draco Meteor. Does 93 to 24. So that's 69. Nice. And that's showing me he's not max special attack. But I'm just going to click Rock Slide. Because if he stays in, he's going to kill me. And he has Body Press. So, like, I'm fine with that. Duraludon kills Momo. So that shows me that I outspeed. And I'm just going to click Dragon Pulse. So I could also just click Draco Meteor. But Dragon Pulse does 1/7 to 127. And this is a Life Orb Dragon Pulse, like nothing appreciates this hit. This one can win just by itself here. If he's not Ice Beam... What's it called? Ice Beam Starmie. Let's hope he's not Assault Vest. That... chewed. And he missed Draco Meteor. How did he chew that? Is he like Max F? Assault Vest? That's literally the only way he lived that. So that Draco Meteor missing really does suck. Like that might have not won me the game, but that helped me out a lot. Because it meant I lived no matter what unless he got a crit. But it put me very low to where I couldn't just stay in and spam attacks. Like that is really bad for him. Because it makes this thing such a more potent offensive threat. Because it would have put me in range of so many Life Orb hits. Like it really dwindled me wall breaking with this thing. So he's seen every move on this thing. Salamence kills Duraludon. I'm not gonna lie, that really sucks and puts him really far in the back. But now I'm at -2 and I need to keep that in mind. Now my hits don't do nearly as much to everything as they did. Yeah, that's really sucks. But that made it just that much easier for my Vikavolt to come in. Sweet. Starmilio, yeah. I'm forced to go into Sylveon. Just don't click Psyshock. Meteor Beam. Meteor Beam. So that's going to do a lot. Meteor Beam. Meteor Beam. So I'm just going to protect and see what he locks himself into. So we've seen Scald, Meteor Beam, and Psyshock. I'm just going to wish. Psyshock should always go here. Starmie kills Sylveon. Do I have a... Does Vikavolt live a hit? Because he can't lock back into Meteor Beam. That's a big yikes. I'm wishing I had Roost over Flash Cannon now. But now at least I can Agility. Because he doesn't want me Thunderbolting whatever comes in, so he's probably just going to attack me. I honestly should have just Thunderbolted this. But if he sacks this, I just win with Mienshao. So I'm going to click Thunderbolt. I'll have to hope he just stays in and lets me kill him. I outspeed, max speed Timid on this Mon. Like, that's my play here, is I should have just attacked. Okay, but he's gonna sack this off. Vikavolt kills Starmie. So this Mon doesn't just sweep, but the Mon that outsped it is dead. So he's gonna go into Centiskorch. I'm just gonna click Thunderbolt. Like, you kill me with whatever move you go for. But next turn my Mienshao comes in and just claims a kill. Okay, you're going down to round 51 and you're gonna kill. So Centiskorch kills Vikavolt. So I'm gonna go into Mienshao. And if I can kill Scrafty, my Paliswine also wins. But I just pick Flick Rock Slide and hope I don't miss. Because you can't switch into Zapdos here, and if you go Scrafty at close combat the next turn. So like you could try to bait for me getting a burn on this thing, getting a pair on the Zapdos. Like this Mon comes in on Zapdos freely every time and I just get to click Icicle Crash. So that thing's dead. Mienshao kills... What's it called? Centiskorch. He's going into this, the Zapdos. Rock Slide does 47 to 56. I kind of just want to go on to Paliswine. Because how much do I need this thing for Scrafty? How much should I do to Scrafty? I kill. So Paliswine's literally his only job is to kill the Zapdos. Clicks Discharge. So I'm going to click Icicle Crash. Because even if you go Scrafty, you don't like reshape the hit, like you chew it. But I just need damage off on it, so you're going to switch back on to Scrafty. Or Juice World. Rip Juice World. Do we see Intimidate? We do see Intimidate. So if he's max HP, this does 23 to 27. They did a little bit more. He's at like 65, 70. I switch back out into this. Because I live any hit from this thing unless he clicks like Ice Punch. Even Ice Punch is it's a roll for me to live depending on his investment. Clicks Dragon Dance. You have to be quite a bit of investment to kill me. But now I just click Air Slash. Okay, so he's faster. Scrafty kills that. DUEL speed Mienshao. You have to be jolly. But I just click close combat. I mean, how much, like, what range you have to be in for my Palace line? You actually have to be, you actually need to be weakened. So I'm gonna click close combat. You're gonna switch on to Zapdos. That was a good play. I have to hope I don't get paralyzed. Please no para. My defense is lower. And that's probably gonna be the game. So your Rocky Helmet. I'm gonna go back out into Piloswine. That's a bit upsetting, but that's fair because he missed Draco Meteor on my Salamence earlier. Clicks Heat Wave. That is 50, and you get the burn. GG to Kyle. There's nothing I can do at this point. He got the outs he needed to win. Nothing against him. It's just, you know, the game we play. He played what he did what he needed to win. Like, nothing I can do about it. Absolutely nothing I can do about it, but as I said, he played his outs. I played the mine. That did absolutely nothing. And there's no way Mienshao speeds because I'm paralyzed. So I'm forced to click Earthquake here. Hope he clicks like close combat. I have to hope I like get a crit here. Yeah, that's just not gonna happen. And I don't let a +1 Drain Punch. So I'm a little upset, but you know, not against him at all. Just it just sucks to lose that way. Scrafty kills Piloswine. But you know, this is Mons. Like, not much else I could do. Like, I have to hope somehow he misclicks. Like, it came down to the 50-50. I thought Zapdos was coming in. And Scrafty kills Mienshao. But unfortunately, we're going to be 1-2. That was a 2-0 loss. So now we're going to be 1-2 -1. We can definitely come back from that, but you know, it just means we have to work a little bit harder, try a little bit more harder. You know, we just got to keep pushing and trying. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Obviously, go check out Kyle. I don't need to be saying that because you guys are probably coming from Kyle if you're watching. So thank you for watching. Check out all the other BBR coaches. We are now 1 and 2 plus 1, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.